Hi, Scott Whitley here and welcome to Slap Basics Lesson 10. In this lesson we're going to look at a new slap bass pattern. It's in the key of E again. It's kind of an E minor sort of thing. And this one incorporates a couple of double stops, which are kind of sort of little two-note chords. Okay, so I'll just play the line for you and then you can hear it and then we'll break it down and work it out. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that was kind of at about 120, 121 BPM. What we're going to do now is the usual thing. We're going to slow that right down and break the bass line down into manageable chunks. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to play in this line is one of these double stops I talked about, and you're going to do it as a pull. Okay, so the notes we're playing are a G, which is the 5th fret on the D string there, that's the one we're playing, and the 4th fret on the G string, which is a B, okay? Now, what we're going to have to do, as I say, is use two fingers to simultaneously pluck those two notes. So you're going to use your first finger to pull the D string, and the middle finger to pull the G string. And what we're going to do is do that at the same time. So you hold these notes, 5th fret on the D, 4th fret on the G, you hold those down and you put these two fingers under those two strings and pull. Okay, now as I say, this is the first part of the line, and it comes in on a kind of pushed beat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put the drum machine on, and I'm going to pull that note at the point in the bar where we're going to pull it for the bass line, okay? So here we go. So if you want to just join in. Okay, so that's the first thing that we play. I kind of hear the beat that comes in on. I count like this: 1, 2, da 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 da. That's a little rhythm, I think. So go 1, 2, da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. So we'll just do that with the drum rhythm. 1, 2, ba ba da da, da 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 da, ba ba da da, ba ba da da. Okay, so whatever works for you, but that's the way that I hear that phrase in my head. Okay, so the next thing we're going to play is 7th fret on the A string. We're going to slap that. Okay, that's an E, and then we're going to play the 5th fret on the A string and slap that. And we're going to hammer that back on to the 7th fret, the E. So, all together we've got this. Bit slower. Okay, let's try that with the drum machine. Da, da, ba, ba, ba. Da, da, da. One more time. Da, da, da. Okay, so that's that. The next part we do a muted slap and a muted pull. Okay, so that's where we just hold the strings lightly here, so there's no notes being produced, and we just slap and then pull. Okay, so here we go. Let me put that all together for you. So we've got da 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 da, da, da. Okay, with the drum machine. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. One more time. Okay, the next part, we play the 5th fret on the E string, which is an A, and we slap that. We do a hammer onto the 7th fret. Then we do a muted slap, so we lift the pressure off the strings and hit again, and then we do a pull with the 1st finger on the 5th fret on the A string. Just short like that. Okay, let me play that little bit for you. Okay, one more time. Okay, so all together, I'll do it nice and slowly for you. Here we go. 1, 2, da, 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 da. Okay, with the drum machine, and we'll play this around quite a few times. Okay. 1, 2, 1, da, da, da. One more time. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the next thing we do is a muted pull and a muted slap. Okay, so we're just lightly holding the strings here with the left hand, and we do a pull and a slap. Okay, so just fitting that onto the rest of the bass line, we've got this 2 da da da. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Now the muted pull and the muted slap, it actually doesn't really matter which strings you do that on, okay? As long as you get 2 clicks, you know, whatever's comfortable for you, okay? So let's do that with the drum machine. 1, 2, da 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 da. Okay, so already we've got a loop there. We've got a you know, a complete bass line, and you know, if that's as far as you want to take this particular line, that's cool. All I've done with the next section is a variation on that line. Okay, so the second half, we do the same kind of double stop pull at the beginning. The only difference is we move that up 2 frets, so we're playing the 7th fret on the A, on the D, and the 6th fret on the G. Okay, and then after that we play, like we did before, a slapped 7th fret on the A string, then a slapped 5th fret, and then we hammer that back on to the 7th. Okay, and then we do the muted slap and pull. Okay, so just slowly. 1, 2, da da da. Okay, so it's almost identical to the first half of the bass line. The only thing is we substituted this for this. Okay, so let's play that a few times. Okay. 1, 2, da da da. tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Okay. The next part, again, rhythmically, it's the same as the first half of the bass line, but instead of going, so we do the same. We slap an A, 5th fret on the E string, hammer that onto the 7th fret, and then we do a muted slap again. Okay. This time, the only difference is instead of doing a pull on the 5th fret on the A string, we do it on the 3rd fret on the E string. Okay, now that's quite unusual to do a pull down there so low, but you know, it works. So let's give it a go. So just that little move there for a minute. Okay, let's put that together with the rest of the bass line. The second half we're still working on, obviously. 1, 2, da, da, da. 1, 2, ta, ta, ta. Okay, so let's do that with the drum machine. 1, 2, ta, ta, ta. One more time. Okay, so we've just got one little ingredient, one little piece to finish the whole bass line off, and that is right at the end we do another muted pull and a muted slap. Okay, so let's fit that in. Here we go. 1, 2, ta ta ta. Okay, again, 2, 3, da, da. Okay, so again, the muted slaps and pulls, they can be on any string. It doesn't matter as long as you just get that percussive kind of sound. Okay. Okay, so let's put the whole second half of the bass line together and play it with a drum machine. Here we go. 1, 2, ta, ta, ta. One more time. Okay, so that's the whole of the bass line. We've worked on it in 2 halves, obviously. So all you've got to do now is piece those two together. Okay, so it's just a case of alternating between the first one doing the pull there and doing the final pull there, and the second half we do the first pull there and the last pull there. I think that makes sense. Hope it does. So let's put it together. Here we go. 1, 2, ta ta ta. And there you go, that's the whole line. So, same as usual, we're playing that line really, really slowly there. We're playing it at 45 BPM, I think. Let me check. Yeah, 45 BPM. And if you remember, I was originally playing the bass line at 121, something like that, okay? So the same as I've always said, start slowly like this, even slower if necessary, and gradually build up the speed by 5 or 10 BPM at a time. And you know, this thing might take, you know, days, weeks even to get together, but it's another series of movements, you know, that you can kind of put into your slap toolkit, if you like, and start to be creative and come up with your own lines. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to drop me an email on scott@scott-whitley.com. You could check out my website at www.scott-whitley.com. The link is in the video description below, or you can drop a question or a comment in the comments box below. Please do me a massive favour. If you like these videos and you're finding them helpful, please share them online, whether it's on Facebook, Twitter, any forums, anywhere you hang out. If you're finding them useful, that'd be a really massive help. If you could kind of spread the word and share the videos, that'd be great. Even if it was with just one person, that'd be brilliant. So thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to be back with a new slap bass pattern in Slap Basics lesson 11. I'll see you then. Cheers. Bye.